Item specifics. How does it relate to your item and how your item appears in search? Well, I'm going to talk to you about that here on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John with Flippin' Ain't Easy, and wanted to make a quick video today because I really believe that there's a number of sellers out there who really don't have the buyer experience, and really they know from the listing standpoint what eBay wants us to put in there, right? But they don't maybe have the hands-on of using eBay as a buyer. And I think it's important to get an idea what buyers have to go through to find your item. And we talk about item specifics. So I just want to do something here real quick. I have this shirt that's on our secondary account. The price is low and it's plus shipping. Not a very great listing, but it is what it is. Now, I want to use this as an example. This is the shirt that I have. It's a New York boys short sleeve t-shirt, size L for boys, 14 to 16, heather gray with red logo. Okay. Now, if we go in and dive deeper into the listing, we will see that I have good amount of photos, decent title type. I don't have the sleeve length in there. I don't have the color in there. Well, I do, but it is heather gray. And I think it's rather interesting. We typed in heather gray. We made our own. And I did a lot of this on purpose so that we can actually see what the effects are. Now, of course, I don't have short sleeve selected. I don't have the type of closure, which is normally pullover. Neckline I do have. And I have a few things filled out here, but there's a lot left to be desired. So I'm going to go to a search, okay, and I'm just going to do a search for the New York Boys t-shirt. Now, in fact, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get out of here. So I'm going to do New York Boys t-shirt. Okay. Now that's pretty much what your buyer is going to be searching for. Maybe their son needs a new shirt. And generally, I'm hopeful that if I click on large, you're going to get a 56 results. But I don't recall filling out my item specifics for large. So maybe that's an issue, maybe not. But also they may know it's a 14 to 16. And so we're at 50 results for New York Boys t-shirt. Now, if we go short sleeve, that'll narrow it down. We still are looking for this shirt here. Okay. And it's, oh, I think I see it. But even though I put heather gray, which was my own, put gray there, oh, still, and I think this might be what AI is doing. Even though I had a custom value for heather gray, instead of using just gray, it is picking up on my custom value as gray. I thought that was rather interesting. Now it's a t-shirt. Okay, it still pops up there. Fine, I'll just do spring. Okay, so now mine is the only result at this point. Notice that it doesn't really give me a lot of options, such as pullover or a type of pullover. So let me uncheck spring for a minute. Material, cotton. I put cotton there, and my shirt does not come up anymore because I don't have cotton selected. If we go to the material type, it's blank. Okay, there's nothing there. So the moment your buyer goes in and uses this filter and selects, say, cotton, well, my shirt's gone. Now there's other shirts also in this that says with fewer words. Maybe they didn't use boys, maybe they use men's, okay? But the moment I select the material, the buyer selects the material, and you don't have that item specific in there, your shirt that was once there, go click on, where did it go? It went away. Material. Maybe they want a cotton shirt or cotton blend, right? They don't want it to shrink. Well, guess what? They found one gray shirt for their child, and it ain't yours. It ain't mine. It ain't this one. That don't look anything like that one. So I just want you to understand that in a sea of listings, okay, forget gray, forget the size. If your buyer just goes in and selects Zoo York Boys t-shirt, well, that's not a whole lot of results to sift through, okay? Now imagine if you added a couple zeros to this, 650 or 6500. Well, your buyer ain't going to go looking through t-shirts. Yeah, they'll find my t-shirt here because there's only 65. But if I'm relying on sorting a lot of items, you know, very popular saturated type of item, and I'm buried in 6,000 or 500 listings, they're going to go in here and they're going to start sorting. And I'm hopeful that they'll choose the right size. I'm hopeful they'll choose the color that I'm advertising. I'm hopeful that they will choose, and I'll just take that out real quick. I'm hopeful that they'll choose all the attributes that I have in the listing. But this is where you come in, okay? As you can see, this is a very incomplete listing. Had they have chosen short sleeve, because I didn't have that filled in, it may not have come up for the buyer. Performance activity, it's not all that important. Take a look here. Look at this. Closure, 9.1K, 9,100 searches. Now, I don't know within what time period. That could be within the last 30 days. Could be within the last 90 days. I don't know. But what do you think is more important? Putting the type of activity this shirt is for, or the type of closure? Well, I'm sure somebody's used that to maybe sort for the type of shirt they're looking for, but I think more buyers are trying to use this filter, closure, which would be pullover. It's a t-shirt, okay? Character family, I mean, I don't know if I would use boy in here, because if they're looking for a certain character, your item doesn't fit, they'll just skip over it. So theme seems to be important, 13,600 searches. If there's a theme to it that makes sense, don't choose, like in this case, don't choose biker theme, because if it's not a biker shirt or a biker theme, maybe the t-shirt has nothing to do with biking, then your shirt's not going to appear. So I would, if it doesn't have a theme that you can make heads or tails of, which I can't in this case, then it's going to be blank. Character, again, we're not going to deal with. We have short sleeve. Now, I found it quite odd that instead of choosing gray, which I can do, and I would encourage you to do, it saw heather gray, and when I clicked on gray, it actually kept it in the listing. Now, look, features, trending, okay? So that tells me that we need to have something here, if it makes sense. So maybe you'll throw in like easy care. It's just a t-shirt, right? Maybe lightweight. Let's see if it's anything. I believe if we go and look here, we look at the, bear with me. If we go in and edit or look at it, it looks like it's tagless. It does have a, looks like a tag that's printed into the shirt, so there's actually no tag. So features, I'm going to go in tagless. Maybe some people don't want to deal with the tag. It's just one of those annoying things that maybe scratch your neck. So we're going to go with that. So we have 3 different attributes: lightweight, tagless, easy care, and really you could go all seasons, and that would fit maybe somebody's search criteria. Fabric type, well, we would find that out by looking at the tag. Now, I can't seem to, I don't have the shirt here, but I'm looking here, machine washable, not quite sure. I would say it's a blended cotton type deal. So in this case, I would just go down and put, normally I'd go find the shirt and put that in here. So fabric type, let's go a blended fabric. I don't think there's a blended cotton, so blended fabric. Remember material, does say 100% cotton, but you could put cotton in here. Maybe a cotton blend, do that instead. Accents, there is a logo on the shirt, so that would be an accent. It's the Zoo York logo. And fabric wash, I do think it was a heather type color, but I don't know what I'd put there. It does seem to have a number of people looking for it. Collar style, in this case, let's see, I don't think there is a collar style. There's no collar, so I'll leave that alone. Product line, I don't think there is a Zoo York product line, and no, there's not that I can see here. No real model. It's not handmade, not personalized. Look, really nobody's looking for chest size. That falls really under the size that they're looking for. Fit, classic, style, basic. I would say more pullover than anything else because that's what it is. Pattern. Now, pattern for me is more of the shirt itself. You know, like the shirt right here. It's more of a solid, in my opinion. So pattern, but that's not important. I mean, you can put it there, solid, right? But not many people are searching for it. So keep your focus on where it says, look, the sleeve length is the most important. If you're selling a t-shirt and you don't have a designation, whether it's short sleeve, 3/4 sleeve, or long sleeve, and someone chooses short sleeve and you don't have that selected, well, you know, the AI may not pick that up and it may just pass you over. So again, take a look at all the attributes that have a value and try to put something there. Okay. You may not have the answer. Don't make up an answer. It's not the end of the world. But the more information, and of course, we all know you got to have your requireds in there, otherwise it won't be shown. But put as many of the recommended. This is the additional. Okay, it's called it used to be called recommended. At least for this item, it doesn't show recommended, it shows additional. And if it has a value next to it, make sure you're putting that information in there and then go and save your listing. It's going to help when your buyer's looking for that shirt, okay, and they just can't find it, okay? And by the way, you guys ever notice, I'm looking at the computer right now, every listing has a shrunken photo. You guys notice that? That can't be by design. And I don't know why that is. Anyone else out there seeing that when they're looking up items for whatever reason, that it's showing just a far off photo for every listing? Can you imagine trying to sell these 5 shirts? Nobody can see it down here. So just thought I'd point that out. But you know what, guys? Trying to figure out item specifics and how it relates to the items you're listing is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your day, and we will talk to you very soon.